Students, today we shall continue with lesson number 14, Substances in Common Use, Part 3. Let us learn about what are food colors and essence, dye, what are deodorants. Let us learn about some food colors and essence. We shall learn some chemical substances in day-to-day life. The food that we eat, objects like clothes, utensils, watches, medicines, and other objects are made from various kinds of matter. These affect our health directly or indirectly. So, let us learn about some substances. Food colors are mixed in most soft drinks and foodstuffs available in the market. These food colors are in the form of powders, gels, and paste. Food colors are used in domestic as well as in commercial products. Certain colors and essence are added to ice creams, ice candies, sauce, fruit juices, cold drinks, pickles, jams, and jellies. Food colors are often found to be added to packaged meat such as chicken and mutton, chili powder, turmeric, sweets, and other similar substances so as to give them a good color. These artificial colors have some harmful effects. Food colors added to pickles, jams, and sauce contain small quantities of lead and mercury. This can be harmful for those who consume these products on a regular basis. Diseases like ADHD, called as attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, can affect children due to excessive consumption of foods with added food colors. They are not active. Food colors are natural as well as artificial. The food colors prepared from seeds, beetroot, flowers, and fruit concentrate are natural. Tetrazine, sunset yellow, and artificial food colors used extensively. However, overconsumption of artificial food colors can be hazardous to health. Therefore, usage of natural food colors is always good. Now let us learn about what is a dye. The colored substances which on applying to an article imparts that color to the article is called a dye. For example, we dye or we give color to sarees and dress materials. Generally, a dye is insoluble in water and insoluble in oil. Often, a mordant has to be used to fix the color after dyeing a cloth. The dye has some uses. They are used for coloring cloth and hair. Fluorescent colors are used to make street boards that are visible at night. Dyes are used to polish leather shoes, purses, and chappals. The dye has some adverse effects also. Dyeing hair can have adverse effects like hair fall, damage to hair texture, burning of skin, adverse effects on eyes, etc. Lipstick contains a dye named caramine. It does not affect lips but causes stomach disorders. Excessive use of plants for making natural dyes results in deterioration of the environment. Plants are the main source of color for preparing a natural dye. Roots, leaves, flowers, bark, fruits, seeds, fungus, and pistil are used for making dyes. In Kashmir, a very good dye is made from saffron, which is used to dye fibers from which sarees, shawls, and dresses are made. These are very costly. Many people are engaged in this occupation as their means of earning a livelihood. The use of henna leaves to color the hair is safe for health. William Henry Perkin invented an artificial dye in the year 1856. Artificial dyes are classified into many types on the basis of chemical properties and solubility. Petroleum products and minerals are also used in these dyes. Artificial colors. Artificial colors means which are made by man with the use of chemicals. Now, we use regularly these artificial colors on Ranga Panchami, decorating the house by painting. The red color used on Ranga Panchami is very dangerous. It contains a high proportion of mercury in it. This poses risks like blindness, skin cancer, asthma, itching of the skin, permanent blocking of sweat pores, etc. Therefore, it is necessary that artificial colors are used cautiously. This is some of the information of artificial colors. Artificial colors are very dangerous. A deodorant is used to prevent this odor. Everybody likes a fragrant deodorant to remain fresh the whole day. School children use deo on a large scale. This large scale use of deo in adolescent is a result of the advertisement shown on television. Deodorants contains parabens like methyl, ethyl, propyl, benzyl and butyl, and also alcohol in large proportions. Aluminum compounds and silica are also used. Ordinary deo. It contains a small proportion of aluminum. It decreases the odor of the sweat. Antiperspirant deo. This decreases the extent of sweating. It contains about 15% of aluminum chlorohydrate. It clogs the sweat pores on the skin. Clinical deo. Some people sweat heavily and it has a harmful effect on the skin. Clinical deo is meant for such people. It contains 20 to 25% aluminum. It is used during the night. Harmful effects of deodorant. Aluminum zirconium compounds are the most harmful chemicals in the deodorant. Disorders like headache, asthma, respiratory disorders, heart disease are likely to occur without our knowledge. This is a possibility of various skin disorders and also skin cancer due to the aluminum chlorohydrates. Teflon. Teflon is used for coating cooking utensils and industrial equipment to avoid stitching. It is a polymer of tetrafluoroethylene. Roy J. Plunkett discovered it in 1938. Its chemical name is polytetrafluoroethane, C2F4N. The properties of Teflon are: the atmosphere and chemical substances have no effect on Teflon. Neither water nor oil will stick to Teflon coated articles. High temperature do not affect Teflon as its melting point is 327 degrees Celsius. Teflon coated articles are easy to clean. Some uses of Teflon. Teflon is a poor conductor of electricity. Therefore, Teflon cladded wires and parts are used in high technology electronic instruments. It is used for making non-stick kitchenware. The colored metal sheet of two-wheelers and four-wheelers are given a Teflon coating to protect them from damage due to high temperature and rain. Now let us learn about powder coating. Powder coating is a method of applying a layer harder than paint on the surface of an iron object to prevent rusting. In this method, a polymer resin, a pigment, and some ingredients are mixed, cooled and ground into a uniform powder. This powder is sprayed on the polished metal surface by electrostatic spray deposition known as ESD. In this method, the particles of the powder are given an electrostatic charge, due to which a uniform layer of the powder sticks to the metal surface. Then, the object is heated in the oven along with the coating. A chemical reaction occurs in the layer, resulting in the formation of a long cross-linked polymeric chain. This powder coating is highly durable, hard and attractive. Powder coating can be done on plastic and medium density fiber MDF board in day-to-day use as well. Anodizing. A protective layer is formed naturally on the surface of aluminum metal by reaction with oxygen in air. In the anodizing process, this layer can be made of the desirable thickness. Anodizing is done by electrolysis. Dilute acid is taken in the electrolytic cell and the aluminum article is dipped in it as the anode. When an electric current is passed, hydrogen gas is released at the cathode and oxygen gas at the anode. A reaction with oxygen occurs and a layer of hydrated aluminum oxide is formed on the anode, that is the iron article. This layer can be made attractive by adding colors in the cell during electrolysis. We use anodized cooking utensils like griddles and cookers. Now let us study what is ceramic. Ceramic is a heat-resistant substance formed by kneading an inorganic substance in water and then shaping it and hardening it by heating. Pots made by a potter, mangalore roofing tiles, construction bricks, pottery, terracotta articles are some examples of common ceramic articles that we see around. When clay is kneaded in water, shaped and then fired in a kiln at a temperature of 1000 to 1150 degrees Celsius, a porous ceramic is formed. To overcome the porosity, the fired object is covered with finely ground glass powder suspended in water, which is known as glaze, and is then fired again. As a result, the surface of the ceramic becomes shiny and its porosity disappears. This is how a ceramic article is made. Porcelain. This is a hard, translucent and white colored ceramic. It is made by using a white clay called kaolin found in China. Glass, granite and the mineral feldspar is mixed with kaolin and kneaded with water. The resulting mixture is shaped and fired in a kiln at a temperature of 1200 to 1450 degrees Celsius. On firing again after glazing, beautiful articles of porcelains are obtained. Bone china. Bone china is made by adding some ash of animal bones in the mixture of china, clay, feldspar and fine silica while making porcelain. This ceramic is harder than porcelain. Let us learn what is advanced ceramic. Oxides like alumina known as Al2O3, zirconia ZrO2, silica SiO2 and some other compounds like silicon carbide, boron carbide are used instead of clay for making advanced ceramic. This ceramic requires a temperature of 1600 to 1800 degrees Celsius and an oxygen-free atmosphere for firing, and the whole process is called sintering. Ceramic can withstand high temperature without decomposing. Ceramic is brittle, water resistant and an electrical insulator. Therefore, it is used in electrical instrument for coating the interior of a kiln, the outer surfaces of ships and blades of jet engines. A certain type of ceramic tiles are fixed on the outer layer of a space shuttle. Some types of ceramics are used as superconductors.